Happy 4th of July! So as you guys recall, I've been saying that this corn right here is supposed to be ready around the 4th of July. So I came out, started testing a few of them. I wanted to show you how you guys should know if your corn is ready. So we got a little corn ear right here. First, you're gonna pinch it. You're gonna start pinching it, feeling around, and you'll be able to feel kernels all the way up to the top, assuming nothing has happened to your ear silk. And something happened to one of my ear silk. I'll show you later. And so you're going to be very, very gently pulling this back. I already did this because I knew I wouldn't really be able to do it very well while holding the camera. And you can see in there, let me see, all the corn kernels right there. You're going to have to do this really gently, because if it's not ready and you want to cover it back up again, you want to have as little breakage as possible. And you're going to pinch this guy. Okay. Like that. You're going to look at the milk that comes out of it. Right here. If it's white, it's not ready yet. It's kind of hard to see on camera. But when it first burst, it was milky. If it's white, it's not ready yet. If it's pasty, like super milky and thick, you've let it go too long. And you may as well just let it dry on the stalk and grind it up as cornmeal later. So you can even taste the milk, and you should be able to taste, depending on how sweet your corn is, you should be able to taste a little bit of sweetness on it. If it tastes starchy, it's been there too long. If you don't taste anything, or if it's not very sweet at all, again, depending on the variety of corn, because this one is not too sweet, but you can still taste it. If it's not sweet, it's not ready yet. And some of these you can tell right just by looking at them that they're not going to be ready yet. Like on this other side. Let me find one. Something like this right here. And you can see the silk is that gonna focus? There. The silk is still moist. You don't want silk that still has some life in it. And you can see the corn itself is very thin. So that way you know that those little kernels of corn have not filled out yet. So again, over here, so here's one that I was talking about. Something had come along and started to eat the silk on this corn. So the silk, the dry silk, just fell off the top. Luckily, it seems, and you can even tell just by feeling it, luckily it seems that all of the kernels have been able to pollinate and grow properly before whatever insect came along and started nibbling off those silks. Now sometimes if the silk is still fresh, you won't get any corn at all, because all of that pollen, all of the silks are connected to their own kernel, and if something happens to the silk before it's able to grow, then you just basically cut off its umbilical cord. So I'm going to be, and of course there's this old wives' tale that you need to have the water boiling before you even take off the corn. So I'm going to start a pot of water, and I'm going to one by one test each of these corns, because I know a lot of them are not ready yet, but a lot of them are. So I have to look at each of them individually and determine which ones are ready for harvest. And then, of course, you can see here, this is the later season corn. This one's much bigger, or it's going to be much bigger. And of course, you can see they're still scrawny, and the silks are still nice and moist. So yeah, that's going to be a while before those ones are ready. And you can see them from the top of the fence too, which is fun. And the watermelon is not ready yet. I did do a bit of research online how to determine if your watermelon is ready. So if you look over here, one of the things that was said is that there's this what they call a spoon. It's a tiny, here it is. It's a tiny leaf right at the base of the watermelon called the spoon. And if the spoon is dry, that's one way to determine if your watermelon is ripe. Also right here, this little tendril that grows right on top of it, that will dry up. So the spoon is dry, but the tendril is not. And then you roll it, and if your belly is still white like that is, then it also isn't ready. So that one's not ready. So you gotta do all three of them to get the best chances. Look at the spoon, look at the tendril, and look at the belly. So the belly is white, the tendril is still flexible, and the spoon is dry. So it's on its way to ripening. And it's not ripe yet. Another little pumpkin right there. I've actually picked 3 of them already, which is pretty cool. Right there. One right there. They all seem to be getting ready to ripen. But that's okay because this one was in here early, and maybe I can start eating pumpkin in August or something. It's not too far away. These 2, there it is. These 2 don't seem to have any desire to ripen, and they're the biggest ones. So it's, as far as size goes with these guys, with this experiment, it seems like the same type of results that you would get from any type of wild fruit or vegetable. It's smaller, but I did cut one open yesterday and it smells so amazing. Like, that meat is gonna be so super sweet. And then the youngest right here, this one is the glass gem corn again. And I moved the mascot because it was being blocked already. Nice healthy green color on that one. I like it. And here's my pumpkin plant that got lost in here. It isn't doing too well. I'm not expecting much of it because so far it's been in the shade of these plants. I know it'll eventually get out of the shade, but I don't know if it'll ever be able to recover. So here's the other ones. Going pretty good. I always get this, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's very, very, very slightish yellow on the center. I don't know if these are bad for the plants. Okay. And I know a lot of people have problems with squash vine borers. I don't know what they look like. I've never really had a problem with pests on my pumpkins. The back is clear. But I just saw that bundle of eggs there. I just took them off. This one's starting to vine. Yeah, they're all just a tiny bit yellow. And I think they have enough, what is it, magnesium? Is the Epsom salt one. But they're all still a tiny bit yellow. And I know, like, if you have too much calcium in your soil, I think it is, that it can interfere with magnesium absorption. Like, you would have enough magnesium in your soil, but it wouldn't be absorbing, so it would still give off that sort of yellowish color. This one has no trouble with its color. This is the giant. We've got the secondary vines coming out there. I haven't buried any vines yet. I haven't had a chance to come out here and do that. But I am definitely going to. And let's see. Yeah, there's a female flower right here. Looks like it's going to die. Okay, a couple of bees inside that flower right there. And then we've got a female flower right here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pollinate this one. I'll have to decide really soon because it looks like it's getting ready to open quite soon. That would be about 9 feet. They recommend 10 feet. But they also say that you could have up to 3 female flowers pollinated before you make your decision which one you want to keep. And there's another one right here, which is probably 10 feet. I might let that one flower. Not sure yet. And that's it, because I'm hot and I need to get inside. Talk to you later.